Hello, collectors. Welcome back to For Collectors. I am John, the 380s Kid, your host for this episode, and I am back to talk about my insane YouTube viewing habits. Last month, I put out a video talking about 50 channels in the collector space that I had watched videos from, and it was so well received, I decided to do it again, and I have got 51 new channels to review. So stick around and check it out.
Welcome to For Collectors.
All right, before I get into my shout outs for the channels, I do want to mention one thing. So if you are someone who greatly appreciates true collector content of people who absolutely love the cards just for the cards, then I have one recommendation for you. The best thing you can do to help push this content to more people is to give them likes, give them subscribes, put comments wherever you can. I know myself, I can't always fit in where I put a comment. So one of the first things I do every time when I'm watching a collector channel video is when I click on the video to start it up, I instantly go to that like button and click it, because I know that, the more you do that, the more it puts it in front of more people's eyeballs. And if you want to support collectors like I do, then it's the easiest thing in the world to do. Hit those like buttons on every collector video you watch. All right, rant over.
That's all I have to say about that.
All right, to get things started, I have got 50 more channels for us to take a peek at, and let's get things rolling here. So up first, we've got JoeWoodCollector, who is very new to the space with only 6 videos here, and this is a guy who is team focused on the Cincinnati Reds, much like in our community. We've got a certain best friend who's focused on Cleveland. We've got Mark Hoyle, who's nothing but Red Sox. And Carlisle Rude with the Atlanta Braves. We have got a serious Reds collector here in JoeWoodCollector. We're talking modern to at least golden age vintage here. So welcome him to the community if you can. Up next, a longtime YouTube member in Adam's Card Closet, mostly focused on TTMs. Fellow Braves fan, huge Chipper Jones autograph collection. His autograph collection of Jones is just insane. And he's made a few appearances here on For Collectors with trade nights and other appearances. So Adam's Card Closet, he's been around long enough. Let's get that 888 up to 4 digits. So Baseball Time Traveler Rob, a fairly new channel, but he is doing great work with some nicely edited videos. I liked his last few Lou Gehrig videos, were pretty sweet. And vintage collector, long-time collector. We're talking he's got pre-war, golden age. So definitely give a look to Rob over at Baseball Time Traveler. Blix Cards, fairly new to me, and only 19 subscribers, so he definitely needs some more love. And he is mostly a golden age collector, going all the way up to modern cards. Does a little bit of non-sport as well, so definitely give a look to Blix Cards. I think I forgot to mention it. All these channel links will be down below for you to check them out easily. You don't have to get the names as we're going along here. So up next, Canadian Cards, another longtime YouTube member who is falling way short of what he should be with that much work in 470 videos. He is hockey and baseball primarily, obviously Canada. So, I'm pretty sure you're required to collect hockey if you live there. But excellent YouTube member, and definitely need to check him out. He's got great stuff in the vintage space. And, I'm never going to collect hockey cards myself, but they're still pretty cool to look at all those vintage sets. So, all right. Collector, not hoarder. Now, this is a guy who's definitely kindred to my loves that I'm getting into now, where he's going into the very interesting non-sport cards as well. You see it popping up right there with the Einstein, quote-unquote, rookie card. Nice Ben Franklin there, but then also with the vintage baseball going, pre-war, golden era, and, even see he's going all the way to modern, which is not really my thing, but collector, not hoarder, obviously hinting that he is a bit of a hoarder, so definitely check him out. All right, up next, Contrarian Cards. Now, this is funny. His title there of his channel is very appropriate. As you can see with the series he is doing now of the not top 100, as in he's not going to be like everybody else and do his top 100 cards. He's going to show you cards he loves that are a little deeper cuts in his collection. So really cool non-sport stuff as well as sport cards as well. So give him a look, Contrarian Cards. Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. This guy has an awesome vintage baseball collection. Lots of cool pre-war as well as all the, most of the good golden era stuff. And he's doing a great video series now where he's bringing in kind of super collectors of lots of big name baseball players, and they're doing really deep dives of them. And it's not just the Hall of Famers. And we brought in a really great show on Ali Reynolds recently that I enjoyed. But definitely give Dan a look over at Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. DFW Grapher. Now, this is primarily TTM and autograph channel, which I must admit, I don't think it's ever going to be a thing for me to collect autographs or do TTM, but yet I still find it somewhat fascinating to watch the videos and see some of the autographs they collect, even though I don't necessarily want to open that can of worms for myself. And it definitely roped me in, at least with the thumbnail. My first video entry was this Wowie Ricky Henderson, which definitely sparked memories. Oh, you're a little bit behind me. There we go. Now you can see it. Looks like taken right out of the commercials that used to appear because, back in the day of the whole quote unquote junk wax era, they actually ran commercials directly for baseball cards at times. So, but definitely a cool channel to check out. Give him a look. Disguised Cards, another TTMer. Like I said, it's still somewhat fascinating to me. Definitely don't want to go that route. Have I said that enough times yet? I don't know. But enjoy seeing what he gets back and does a good presentation with his videos. Disguised Cards. Ditko Collector. Now, I'm not huge into football, but I don't mind seeing some football cards as well on screen. And while I favor the Niners and kind of hated the Bears, especially with that 85 team, I can appreciate their greatness now as an adult. But, lots of good stuff to see as far as history of football cards there with Ditko Collector. Dodgertown 76 Mungo. He is a baseball collector. We're talking modern through golden age. Lots of good stuff on there. He is also very new. 35 videos, only 90 subscribers. He needs some more. Send some love down to Dodgertown 76 Fungo. Don't Talk to Robots. Now, this guy has been around a bit. He's all the way up to 925 subs. I think I forgot to mention my criteria for all these was under 1K. So there are plenty of channels I watch that are over 1K, but for the sake of giving them shout outs and love, I kept it to the smaller channels. But Doug here at Don't Talk to Robots does awesome, cool video editing. And, how can you not support Abe Froman if he is, indeed the Sausage King of Chicago?
You're Abe Froman.
That's right. I'm Abe Froman.
But lots of funny humor. His videos are a fun watch. I would highly recommend checking him out if you are unfamiliar. Doug Sports Collector, another very new channel with only 8 videos, 42 subs. Let's give him some more love. Welcoming to the community. As you can see, he is all over the golden age of baseball here, and even some older there cards in his collection with that entry he did for Rick's contest recently, as well as then Roger Bresnahan. So definitely pre-war as well in his wheelhouse. But send some love Doug's way. Up next, Eddie's Cardboard Chaos, another very long-time member, 745 videos, and only 802 subscribers. That much work in. Man, let's get him to 1K. TTM is a lot of his space now, but he also is in vintage all the way to modern with baseball, and does a great presentation with his videos. He does both the studio and he gives us the talking car rides at times as well, much like Mr. Fisherbike. So check out Eddie. I Appeal Cards, another very brand new entry into the space with only 6 videos under his belt. At this point, we are focusing his collection on golden era baseball cards. And go ahead and check out I Appeal Cards. Fast Breaks and Breakfast, a great father-daughter duo here with Paul and Leah. They are a great joy for the cards, and it's fun to watch them interact. And I know this is going to be a joy for him to have recorded these years in the future when Leah's all grown up. So definitely give them some love there. Only 300 subscribers with just under 100 videos in. Fast Breaks and Breakfast. Father-son vintage cards. Jake and RJ over there have a great collection going. Baseball all the way pre-war to modern. Lots of really cool items, some autographs as well. New York area location, so a lot of Yankee love on their side, but we can forgive that. But check out Father Son Vintage Cards. Frank M. TTM's 5-leaf clover hobbies and more. As you can tell from his title that is excessively long, as well as up here at the banner text there, he is a bit snarky humorous, so it's fun to watch. And also, I can't help but be fascinated still with some of these returns people get from TTM. So also enjoy watching Frank's channel there. Hitman23, longtime member of the community, 579 videos and only 605 subscribers. That is criminal. Let's give him some more love. He is an honest, straight shooter guy that just loves baseball cards and has very interesting collections of, from a unique perspective. I know he's got like batting cage cards and other cards where you wouldn't necessarily collect them because they might even be common players that normally nobody cares about. But if the photo is of a particular niche that he's collecting, I think he's got bubblegum collection, the batting cage thing, and there's a couple other I'm blanking at this time, but definitely puts an interesting spin on his collecting. So definitely check out Mike over at Hitman23. Hodges 1455, Brian is collecting vintage golden era cards and into also doing all the way up to some modern stuff. He's a great supporter in the community. I see him commenting all over the place because I watch so many videos and I see his comments down there when I'm adding mine. So give some love to Hodges 1455. He can use more than this 235 subs he's got with already 168 videos. So JoeWoodCollector, only 5 videos in, but wow, what he has shown. He has been a long-time collector of pre-war cards, and so he has some really cool stuff that you don't see every day. Highly recommend giving him a look. 114 subs off of only 5 videos, and it's definitely earned with the really cool things he's showing, and gives great insight into them as well. So very knowledgeable. It is a place where you're definitely going to learn some things about pre-war cards if you watch his stuff. Joy of Cardboard, another newer channel with only 33 videos in, and he is collecting, grew up like many of us with the junk wax, and he is collecting back into pre-war and golden era and lots of cool stuff he's shown so far, and seems like another great new member of this community. So give him some support, get him boosted up from that 236 subscribers he's got so far. JT Wisco baseball cards. Now this is a different experience you're going to get here because he has been living in Japan for the last few years, and as such, he is collecting quite a few Japanese cards, and you're going to get to see things you don't normally see, hear about players you might not have heard of, and see some really interesting stuff, as well as then also collecting with the U.S.-based items as well. Primarily focused on baseball. A little bit of football love. He can't help it. He's from Wisconsin, so of course his Packer love is strong. So, but if you want to see something different and want to see some Japanese stuff, this is the place to be. So, Jay Stottlemyre 1. Now this is a guy who's been around for a while, but does not put out videos very often because he is someone who saves up for big major purchases. And so when he does make a video, you'll want to see it because it's going to be something spectacular. So I'd highly recommend giving him a sub and waiting for that next video to come along. So Ken's Cardboard, he's all the way up to 987 with 410 videos. So let's help get him that push to 1K. And he is a massive collector of both baseball and hockey. Lives in Colorado, so he's team are the Rockies and Avalanche, but collects a wide array of vintage to modern of baseball and hockey, as well as some non-sport. And let's give Ken that push to 1K. K-Card, this is a channel I just recently found, so I don't have a huge depth, but this whole State of the Hobby Kids Collector video attracted my attention to see. He actually interviewed some kids when he was at a baseball card show to talk about the cards with them. Seems to be mostly focused on modern to going back to junk wax, a little bit of even 70s vintage. So not exactly my wheelhouse, but definitely enjoyed what I've seen so far. So give a look to K Cards. Mike's Mr. October and More. Another newer entry for my viewing. 119 subscribers only with 80 videos. So he is cranking out the stuff, but needs some more attention here. We're mostly talking modern baseball up to golden era. So let's give a look to Mike's Mr. October and More, clearly a Reggie Jackson fan. Mike, the sports history collector, has a really cool collection of golden era items, not just cards, but also, as you can see, magazines and different memorabilia items. So let's give a look to Mike, Sports History Collector, 256 subs only with 60 videos. Let's give him some support here. Nerd Pocket Cards. This is someone who is also in the TTM space and has all these different return videos of all the interesting players he sends out to, with collecting kind of late vintage cards as well as then modern that he is sending out. But let's give some love to Nerd Pocket Cards. Only 222 subscribers with 310 videos. That is the wrong ratio there. Let's give him some more subs. Red Rum. Now, this is a guy, as you can see, we don't see a baseball card video shown because he will actually do a little bit of randomness with, he's a really cool guitar player if you enjoy seeing someone play solo guitar there, and as well as some scrap metal picking, but he does also collect some just things he finds that are interesting from modern to vintage, golden era type baseball cards as well. And he's also a big supporter of lots of channels out there. I see him, commenting on mine as well as many of the people I watch his channel. So let's give Josh over at Red Rum some of our support. RJ Collects Sets, another person who is busy with the content. I mean, we're talking 665 videos with only 455 subscribers. He's doing fun trivia contests, collector of golden era up to modern baseball primarily, and definitely needs some more support than what he's getting from the community here. Let's give him some more subs. So, Roll Tiderman. This is a guy I recently found when I watched a live stream on Zach. I forget his full channel name. He's a larger channel with, I think, like 3K subscribers. But he was on a live stream with Zach, and it was a part of a collection of Atlanta Braves fan that Zach had on there. And so I was definitely going to show some love. And as you can see, he's doing all these different videos with Dale Murphy, who happens to be my childhood hero. So let's give some love to Roll Tiderman. Only 182 subs with 424 videos. So anybody that loves Dale Murphy is a fan of mine. So let's reverse that. I'm a fan of theirs. Oops. Shoebox Legends, Shane. I would think if you're watching this, Shane. He has 851 subscribers with 867 videos. He is a mess cranking out the videos because he is a guy who collects a lot of cards. He is in the camp of see card, want card, it almost seems like, but he does have that Topps buyback extensive collection that he is growing, which is really cool, as well as then just all kinds of different modern to vintage baseball cards, non-sport cards, hockey cards. I think he might dabble a little in football. I don't think he's a basketball guy, though. But Shoebox Legends, definitely a channel. If you have not checked him out, please do so. Signs of the Pastime. Now, this is someone who has a very different style from almost like just about anybody in the community, as he does a lot of pre-planning of his video photo shoots. He goes out into the area in which he lives of Tampa, Florida, I think it was. I'm sorry if I'm getting the city wrong. He's in Florida, but he is in close proximity to all these classic spring training sites. And so he's got tie-ins with his vintage card collecting to these sites. And, on many of these occasions, he'll put the card up and you can see the background matches with where he's standing. And it's really cool. And does something unlike anyone else in the community with his on-site work. It's got to be so much pre-planning. Hugo, I'm very impressed with what you do, and I love it. Keep it going. But Hugo, Signs of the Pastime, you've got to check him out if you haven't seen it. Star Huddle 77. Now, this is a collector of baseball, going modern to deep pre-war, as well as non-sport. As you can see with the old Teddy Roosevelt card up there, and this whole banner being Star Wars themed. So if you like baseball, you like non-sport, this is a great channel for you to check out, which I like both of those things. So Stephen with a PH, a very new channel. I know he met a lot of people in Strongsville recently, so I'm guessing that's where it probably jumped his subscriber account with meeting people there, but still only at 141, 25 videos in, and he made a big purchase of that Jackie Robinson rookie at Strongsville. A lot of people were admiring, and as you can see, he's also got the Sonella roof, so lots of cool stuff with classic baseball cards here. So check out Steven with a PH, which I don't know if he's going to change his @ designation, but if you see it as @RipFan8, that is Stephen with a PH. So I'm not sure if he'll make those match here soon or what, but for now, that's how to find him. So Stooks, Baseball Cards and Curiosities. Now, Scott is a longtime baseball card collector and has so many interesting items, extensive knowledge. As far as I know, he's got at least the most extensive collection of exhibit cards of anyone on the in the YouTube community, and just knowledge on all the different variations with those sets. Lots of pre-war knowledge, and is also a great guy. I would highly recommend Scott over at Stooks Baseball Cards and Curiosities. He has great information on all the cards he presents, so very educational as well. So The Card Closet. This is a channel I actually had not found till recently, despite its decent following here, with 443 videos under his belt and now 757 subscribers, and collector of vintage cards all the way into pre-war. That last video, Protecting Your Tobacco Cards, those were some really nice cards you showed there, sir. And as you can see, he's also got basketball cards. I'm not sure if he's fully multi-sport. I just got started there, but definitely worth giving a look. He's actually got a VR contest going right now for 750 subscribers. So let's give him some more, get him up to that 1K level here in a bit. TheCardDeal.com. Now, this is the one where I'm very new to this channel as well. I got sucked in by the thumbnail and title, Are These Vintage Baseball Cards, with a 1983 Topps cello pack on that thumbnail. And that was an interesting discussion to consider, how these things are termed. I mean, I know the hobby terminology is kind of fixed on certain things, but, those cards are 40 years old. Look at when those of us growing up in the junk wax era, where 40-year-old cards, that would put us in the, play ball cards when I started collecting. So maybe they are vintage. So, but 277 videos in, 616 subscribers. Clearly, we're at least, I see some golden era cards. We got 70s and all the way into modern. So all over the at least post-war vintage baseball, all the way to modern. So with thecarddeal.com, give them a look. The Hot Corner. This is another TTM channel. Obviously, a Mike Schmidt lover with that name right there, at Mike Schmidt, the Hot Corner. Once again, I find TTM fascinating if I don't want to do it. So if you enjoy watching some good TTM returns and with a fun, nice guy as your host, I would recommend checking out the Hot Corner. Matt over the Card Story. Admittedly, one of my closer friends in this hobby. Will be staying together at the Airbnb he booked at the National. I think at this point he might be the most extensive Hank Aaron collection on YouTube, which he has been obsessively buying for the last few years. And I think now that he's reached the point of only having really rare, expensive cards left, has delved into Warren Spahn now as well. Him and Tyrus usually do their videos together. That's his son there in the pictures. And I would recommend checking out Matt over at the Card Story. Tigers727, clearly a Detroit Tiger fan, obviously. But, as it says in the title, has been collecting for 35 years. So an extensive collection of modern to vintage baseball cards and, lots of really great vintage items. You see right there the Satchel Paige card that everyone loves. Definitely needs more love than 227 subscribers with 190 videos. So everyone, please check out Tigers727. Now, TJ Maxx, Vintage Cards and Nostalgia. Now, this is another guy that's deserves to have 1,000 subs by now at 928. He recently got elected to the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. Not sports card, but YouTuber Hall of Fame. 246 videos, and he always does extra special with his videos, I'd say, where he pulls in items that go together along with magazines and memorabilia and forms like a cohesive little collection that he's going to show at any particular time, has extensive knowledge on every item he shows, and is a joy to watch and listen to. So definitely, if you have not checked him out, TJ Maxx Vintage Cards and Nostalgia is a must-see. T-Sean Shannon, another very new channel to me, at least. He's got 171 videos, 420 subscribers, and I definitely could not help myself in watching this 10 crappy baseball cards video. He is a funny guy and makes enjoyable, humorous videos. Definitely, if you want to laugh, come over to T-Sean Shannon and check out some of his work here, collecting vintage to modern baseball cards. Value Vintage Cards, another very new channel with only 5 videos in and only 56 subs. Let's get him some more. He looks like he's someone who met lots of the YouTubers that went to Strongsville, and it looks like it might have given him the push he needed to actually put himself on camera. And as you can see, he's picking up some great pre-war and golden age items, and I don't know about the value in some of those items. Those are a little cha-ching, but definitely great stuff to see. And what I've seen so far, he seems like a really nice guy. So give him some love. Let's show him how good this community is. All right, Vintage Baseball Cards Hobby, another fairly new channel, 39 videos, 150 subscribers only at this point. And he likes to have a little fun. You see Luke Easter with the bunny ears. But, we're vintage, golden era, even in pre-war with the Rogers Hornsby 33 Gaudy there. So definitely another guy to check out in this community. Vintage Baseball Cards Hobby. Vintage Cards, great icon for your channel there. That's one of the cards I'm targeting in my post-war plan. But as you can see, another vintage baseball card collector with Golden Age and in the pre-war with that Lefty Grove card, the 33 Gaudy there, and a little bit of shiny stuff from the 90s as well. So a wide assortment of baseball card collecting. Let's give some other vintage cards. Warren D. in Cleveland, in case you were wondering what that is. I've heard someone see his channel name and call him Warren Dinkle. Sorry, Warren. But yeah, it is meant to be Warren D. in CLE, as in Cleveland. So he is a Cleveland-based collector, has a great collection, and I'm pretty certain his YouTube debut was actually on the Four Collectors channel when he appeared on one of our videos for the card room tour. So. And that helped nudge him into actually making his own videos. And glad he's here. He definitely needs more than the 154 subscribers he's got with 23 videos in the hopper there. Check him out, Warren, a really great guy in the community here. Wax Pack Wisdom, another recent channel I found with 129 videos, 223 subs. Got some golden era cards from what I've seen so far of vintage collecting. Don't know a whole lot yet, but we'll continue to learn more. And liked the first video I watched so far, so let's check out Wax Pack Wisdom. Last collector here in my group of 51, I've got White Sox fan, card collector, Mitchell, great community member. Many times I've seen him on Alex's Bowman 53's live stream that appears the hour before the normal Four Collectors Sunday stream, as he is a big fan of the Diamond Yard set. I also saw him, I think he was an episode on Dan, maybe with talking about the 64 Topps Giant set as well. I think he has that whole set. Still working on the Diamond Stars, but great guy. I would highly recommend checking out White Sox fan, card collector. Needs more than 386 subs if he's made 234 videos. Give him some love, people. All right, that is it. So everyone, I'm up to about 500 subscriptions on my personal YouTube feed, and I just love collector content. I love this community, and everybody, I hope you can do what your part in supporting it as well. And so everybody out there, if you've made it this far, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.
Well, see you next time.
Yeah, unless I get lucky and break a leg.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.